everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Newton's Panthers going up against Brady's Patriots.
Larry, we are about an hour's drive southwest of downtown Boston in the area known as Patriot Place, Gillette Stadium, here in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Here's Newton now on second down. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Let's just go ahead and state the obvious. You're going to want a big game out of that guy. Big-time run to get things started. But even more importantly, coming in on the road, trying to silence the crowd, take them out of it a little bit, slow down the emotions of the game, and get yourselves under control and feel like, yeah, we're going to be okay on the road.
And the tight end Olsen, right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On second down, McCaffrey. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And the pursuit that time is absolutely top-notch. He was looking to try and turn upfield somewhere. Kept trying to find a place. Somewhere never showed up.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Now he will have a 1st down here, but I have a feeling it's not going to be for long. They're already walking backwards. Carolina getting set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. From the 50, Newton. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Alan Branch in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Now a man who subbed in for Andy Lee down the stretch last year, Michael Pilardi, to kick it away. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. 2 seconds to go, first quarter. The drive starts with a run by White, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's a... I'm ready now for 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground with White. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady going to air it out deep for Gronkowski. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
All right, partner, we just saw the 2nd interception of the game against Tom Brady. I'm going to see my eye doctor because I did not really see that, did I?
Well, nobody sees it often. Last year, he threw 2 interceptions all season. Did not throw 2 in a game, so certainly a rarity. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense is just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
On 1st down, Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. Out of the gun, Newton. Steps away to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. They'll start the drive with a give to White. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
That man has still got it. Thomas Davis can do it all. Drop into coverage, rush the quarterback, and, of course, make plenty of tackles.
Closing in on 1,000 career tackles and consistent. Last year, 106 tackles. The year before, 105.
College safety turned linebacker in the NFL. What a career.
Now Brady throwing on second down. His throw incomplete. The wideout Chris Hogan, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Brady going to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Mario Addison in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. In his 5th year from La Tech, here's the lefty Ryan Allen to punt it. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28.
Whoosh.
He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. A reminder, later tonight, the Colts, they'll be in Seattle to take on the Seahawks. And then Monday night, it's the Redskins getting a second straight night game as they'll head down to Arrowhead to take on KC. We're in October already. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. This one's moving fast.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Footing's definitely going to be an issue because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, a Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Gets past. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And the Patriots have it. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
This is White on the screen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey. 20. Hey, Joe.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number one.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
Brady, pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Julius Peppers in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. On play action, it's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down. So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now some love it, some hate it. Here it is. It's the Wildcat look. On the direct snap, McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot before half for Brady. Throw complete right side to Cooks. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the Texans, they have scored again and moved in front by a couple of touchdowns. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Brady now on first down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Julius Peppers in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So the Patriots coming out now. Throwing on first down is Brady. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Brady will try again on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. New England on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Brady on third down. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Julius Peppers in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Ryan Allen now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Fielded at the 20. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And brought down but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners, keep moving it, keep grinding clock.
Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Now Stewart on first down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cap blitz, you're expected to come after the quarterback. But in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deep as the deepest offensive player so he can't get outside of you.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. They'll try the air now with Newton. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. A good pick up there of 20 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
From the red zone now, Newton. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ian Williams able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. This is McCaffrey. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on third down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now Newton. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Following the penalty, here's Stewart. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White, and he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Seven yards to go on second down. Brady to throw on second down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Mario Addison in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Brady. And now here's another interception. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Here's McCaffrey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. New England on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Brady finding Hogan on 3rd down, and the Patriots able to convert. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the gun, it's Brady. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
On 3rd down. That's Lewis. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. They've gone to the 4th quarter now in Dallas. And that lead there for the Rams has extended. They just scored again. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys?
everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we should have a fun one on our hands. It's the Texans coming in at 5-0, going up against the Browns, who come in at 2-3.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Here's the rookie from Texas, Deontay Foreman, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Second down, here's Watson. And this is incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. And it's 3rd and 5.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, you know, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Watson hands this to Foreman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Let's go!
Here's Watson now on second down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Here now, Shane Leckler, 41-year-old punter, to kick it away. Jabril Peppers is deep for Cleveland. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Out of his end zone, Kaiser. This is Reese on the ground. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a second down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
3 yards to go on second down. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. He's got room to run past the 20. He has Britt over the middle. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Second down, Kaiser. Throwing deep here for Coleman. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. On third down, Kaiser. Forced out to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. J.J. Watt. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up fourth down. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And now out comes Houston. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So it'll be first down here after the run. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Second down following the run. They'll run with Foreman. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Come on, let's go.
They run again with Foreman. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. They'll run it now out of the gun. A nice little juke. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved down to an early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Again, it's Foreman. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
2 running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. From the gun, here's Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. C.J. Fedorowicz, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are in for 6.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Reminder that coming up later tonight in the national window, we'll see the Giants travel out to Denver to take on the Broncos. And then tomorrow night, it's the Colts and Titans, an AFC South battle from Nashville.
Both of them have designs on winning that division.
They begin with a run by Crowell. Only a couple there, so he'll be brought down about the 28.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player as well as a physical specimen.
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
David Njoku, nearly 17 yards a catch in college. Those are wide receiver numbers.
Yeah, went to Miami. Brad Kaya was his quarterback. They were a really good combo. Also, how about the wingspan of the young rookie? 35.25-inch arms.
Quarterbacks love that. That catch radius, huge. And what he does after the catch, really impressive.
A first down carry now for Crowell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
He may not look the part of an inside linebacker because he's so tall and lengthy. But Zach Cunningham can fend off blocks, and he can flat out run and make plays.
He was so good at Vanderbilt. Led the SEC with 125 tackles last year. Wound up a first-team All-America. Kaiser now on second down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Whitney merciless from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Time running out here on the play clock. The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Around the NFL, second quarter in Atlanta. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. From the 50, it's Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. To go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. On first down. Watson looking middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
When we start looking for big-time corners, we're going to start with athleticism. But without technique, you're not going to make plays as one we just saw there.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Now Foreman pushes him over and inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
A carry for Foreman, and he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Watson. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On the run, it's Crowell. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They hustle to the line offensively. Kaiser urging them to move faster. To throw is Kaiser. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. DJ Reader with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, Kaiser. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Watson. Quick hitch, complete. It's Fuller. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. To throw on second is Watson. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Braxton Miller as the first half is winding down. And the Texans will add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. An NFL update. They're in the second quarter in Baltimore. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. He was looking to get it to Kenny Britt that time. And now it's second down. Counter. It's Crowell. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And no update from Larry this week, apparently. We'll try again in week 7. But for now, let's get back to the action, ready to kick off the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Let's go! What? None! What? None! Flex round! Flex round!
Kaiser. He sets to fire deep. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Come on, let's go! Ohio! Ohio! Ohio!
Third and long for Kaiser. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Here's Britton Colquitt now, standing just about on his own goal line. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Second and 5.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Texans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here. So for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
Here's Shane Leckler now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Back near his goal line, Kaiser. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie. And you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Boy, you go 3 and out on your first drive, and that's not the way you want to start this drive either. Doesn't seem like they're really into it just yet.
No, first 4 plays, you don't want to call it a disaster, but not looking very sharp. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
Come on, let's go. 1-9.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Watson. Operating from the gun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick is good. A check of the scoreboard there in the 3rd in Baltimore. And the Bears have scored to add on to their lead in that one. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Caught here left side by Brent. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. This is Crowell. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Come on, let's go.
Now they'll bootleg it with Kaiser. To the right side and complete to Njoku. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had a big play to start the drive, not much sense. Kaiser to throw it. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Around the NFL, 3rd quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. And really pouring it on now are the Falcons. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. To throw, Kaiser. Going up top. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Andre Howe. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
Watson on 1st down. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting to run. Here's Foreman. Down to the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. He's to the 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. They come up in an offset eye. They'll go with Foreman. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans will extend their lead.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They'll throw here. Kaiser. Throwing deep here for Coleman. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Coleman, 76 yards. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Normally when I talk about DeAndre Hopkins, I'm talking about accomplishments. In this case, I'm remembering that he lost nearly 600 yards in receiving from 2015. He had less than 1,000 last year.
Yeah, and his touchdowns dropped from 11 to 4, so now he's hoping for more consistent quarterback play. 2nd down now after the pass completion. Watson going to give this one to Miller. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The play clock's running down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Trying to improvise. And avoids the contact by sliding. Watson so dangerous with his legs in college, and nothing's changed here as he picks up the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. A gain of 3, second down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Eli Harold in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Shane Leckler now as he's on to punt for Houston. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Here's Shane Leckler now as he's on to punt for Houston. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. A fourth quarter score from the Meadowlands. The Jets have scored again. They're really opening it up now. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. And tough starting field position here. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Flex round. Here we go.
2nd down, Kaiser. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Browns on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Look at this spin.
Balance.
12 yards on the return that time, and the Texans take possession. And now out comes Houston. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner, and just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right?